Have you ever felt like your mind and body just weren't in sync, especially during kind of like emotional trading? Maybe your thoughts were racing, your heart was pounding, and despite your best efforts, you felt like you were working against yourself. Now, as traders, you can focus on strategies and charts, but what about the most important asset that we have? Our mind and our body. Now, the truth is, the connection between the mind body is absolutely paramount for peak performance in trading. When the two are aligned, you're going to notice a significant shift in your ability to stay focused and make better decisions. So, how do we create that harmony? Well, it's a continuous journey again. But in this presentation, I'm going to be diving deep into the science and practical strategies behind connecting the mind and body for trading success and overall better life-work balance. You're going to learn how to enhance your cognitive function, which we've spoken about in a previous presentation, and how you can learn to really reduce stress and manage your emotions better. But here's why you need to stay with me throughout to the end. Mastering the connection between your mind body isn't just about feeling better, it's about performing better. So I encourage you to watch until the end of this presentation and take notes. So, if you're ready to unlock the true potential of your mind and body working together, then keep watching. I promise you, this will be one of the most impactful steps that you can take in your trading journey. Let's begin. So, like anything, we need to firstly truly understand what something is before we can move forward. So, what is the mind-body connection? So, the question, have you ever noticed how your emotions seem to directly affect your physical state? Or, when fear comes in, it's a very physical response. Your heart's racing, your hands are clammy, things like that. So, the connection between your mind and body is very powerful. Sometimes when we feel stressed or anxious, we can almost disconnect from the physical body. Now, this mind-body connection or link isn't just a metaphor or a concept, it's real. And it plays a significant role in our lives and how we perform and how we interact with others. So we're going to dive into the understanding around the mind-body connection and how recognizing and optimizing it can really elevate your trading performance to a whole new level. So you may have heard this term before, but what does it really mean? At its core, the mind-body connection refers to the interaction between your thoughts, emotions, and physical states. This interaction doesn't just affect your mental well-being, it directly impacts your physical performance and overall health. Now, in the concept of trading, it means your emotions, stress levels, and even how you sleep can influence how clear-headed you are during your trading session. Now, on the other side, your physical state, whether you're tense or really just tired, is going to influence how you're going to feel emotionally and mentally. It's a constant dynamic loop where each part of the equation affects the other. We're going to talk more about the science behind this now. Scientifically, this is largely governed by your nervous system, which acts as a bridge between your mind and body. Now, the nervous system is constantly processing information and it's sending signals to your body about how to respond. It's where your sort of physical, psychological feedback loop comes into play, which means that your body responds to your emotions, and in turn, your emotions are influenced by your body's physical states. So, for example, when you're feeling anxious, your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and your body goes into a heightened state of alertness. On the other hand, physical, like relaxation techniques such as meditation and breath work, will help to calm the mind and reduce emotional stress, putting you back into balance. Now, have you ever experienced a stress-induced headache during like a really tough trading session? I'm sure a lot of you have. That's a clear example of how your emotional tension is directly affecting your physical body. Now, when we feel stress, one of the biggest causes for IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, which is the stomach, one of the biggest causes is stress. So it's where our stomach is where we hold all of our emotions. Our stomach also has a second brain. When we feel stress, we can either feel it in the chest or the stomach. So this is again a clear example of how emotional tension is directly affecting your physical body. Now, stress is not good for our body. It's one of the worst things. It's worse. They say scientifically, they've got evidence that it's worse than processed food. But of course, processed food is not good for us either. Right. So there's another example of how consciously controlling your physical state is going to influence your mental state, helping you to think more clearly and manage your decisions better. I want you to start thinking about the mind and body as a relationship, as a collaboration. They're working together. They're both sending you signals. Okay, so when your mind and body are aligned and functioning together, you'll notice a shift in your ability to stay calm under pressure. You'll think better and you'll react quickly to changing conditions and challenges. Now, the more you understand and harness this connection, the more you'll be able to tap into the full potential, not just as a trader, but in your life. So as we move forward, I'm going to show you how you can improve and really incorporate this mind-body connection. It's going to help you to support you in your trading goals, in your dreams, desires. It's going to optimize your mental and physical performance. So let's dive deeper into how you can make this connection work for you. And of course, the important firstly of the mind-body connection for peak performance. So do you ever feel like your mind is in overdrive while your body is struggling to keep up? We've all been there. I've been there myself in the past. Maybe your thoughts are racing, your heart's pounding. It feels like your body is working against you, even though you're trying to focus on your trading session. Now, what if I told you that by you aligning your mental and physical states, this is going to significantly improve your decision making, but also your health and well-being? Now, let's explore how this powerful connection is really going to enhance your life overall. Let's talk about first of all, cognitive enhancements. Okay, so when your body is energized and healthy, it directly influences your mind's ability to think clearly. Think of it like this: when your physical health is at its peak, when you're well rested, well nourished, when you're physically active and happy, your brain functions optimally. You have more mental clarity, sharper focus, and you will make better decisions, guaranteed. Now, this leads to better choices in all areas of your life, not just trading. When you're physically healthy, the fog of stress leaves your mind. The result? Clearer thinking and the ability to make very good choices. Next, let's look at physical optimization. You may be surprised to learn that your mental focus plays a key role in improving your physical performance too, and it absolutely does. This means your ability to focus impacts things like reaction times and endurance. Now, when our mind is calm and centered, we notice it's easier for our body to stay in a state of just composure. For example, your body's ability to respond quickly to changes, stay alert during long trading sessions it's all enhanced when you have strong mental focus. So in this way, physical optimization isn't about improving your fitness. It's about creating a mental state that supports your body's performance, helping you to remain sharp and steady when the pressure's on. Now, it's a combination of emotional and physical alignment. So when our body and mind are in sync, we're better equipped to handle stress and pressure. I'm sure you've all noticed that as well. Emotional regulation comes from being able to stay grounded. When your body isn't overloaded with stress and fatigue, and of course processed food, you can focus on controlling your emotions. The emotional balance helps you to stay composed and confident even when the markets are just volatile and like the Wild West. So when you master the mind-body connection, you improve your resilience, you build emotional strength and emotional intelligence, and you really start to create the foundation for consistent success. So the question is, why is all of this important for you as a trader to know? Well, because it's going to help you to get from where you are to having that mind-body connection and to really building that resilience, that confidence, that strength, helping you to stay grounded. It cannot be understated this. The connection between your mind and body is the key to reaching your peak performance. Whether it's making better decisions, whether it's helping you to manage your emotions and stress. Aligning these two will help you to elevate your trading game, see lasting success, but also help you in all areas of your life. So let's talk now about the benefits of cold exposure. Now, it's always important to seek medical advice if you're unsure about this. So it may sound a bit intense, but techniques like cold showers or even ice baths are proven methods for activating things like the vagus nerve and improving your ability to handle stress. Now, when we expose our body to cold temperatures, it can really help to activate the nervous system, which helps to counterbalance the stress response and boost tolerance for difficult situations. So cold exposure has been shown to enhance overall stress resilience. There's many doctors around the world now that are recommending cold exposure, like sort of cold swimming and things like that. It can really help to boost serotonin and the mind. It's incredibly beneficial when trading, especially like in very volatile situations and times with the markets and so forth. Finally, there's chanting. This is an ancient practice that, when done correctly, can really help activate the vagus nerve and induce a state of deep relaxation. Now, the nature of chanting, especially when paired with mindful breathing, stimulates what we call the vagus nerve, which promotes a calm, grounded state of mind. Now, you don't need to chant for hours. Even a few minutes of focused chanting can help reduce stress and restore balance to the body and the mind. So when you really incorporate one of these practices at least into your daily routine, you're going to strengthen your mind and body. It's going to help you to stay calm, and it's going to help to bring in the mind-body connection much more. Now, let's think about how these benefits transition into your trading performance. Okay, so when you're able to regulate your emotions and stay centered, your decision-making improves, and that's a fact. Your mind is sharp, and overall, your mental clarity increases. Now, the mind-body synchronization or balance is essential for peak performance because it allows you to remain calm under pressure and to make rational decisions instead of irrational decisions. So why not give these techniques a try and see how they can transform your approach to trading? When you strengthen your mind-body connection, it helps to improve your confidence, your well-being, your health, and so much more. And it's easy to do. It's just starting and then keeping it consistent. Now, let's explore some of the common barriers that you may experience. More importantly, how you can overcome them so that you reach peak performance and potential. I want to talk about stress. This is the biggest barrier that I have found in my professional experience. Now, we all know that stress is a natural part of trading and sometimes life even. That pressure of making decisions, of managing risk, of trying to be right, there's so much that can cause stress in trading, and I understand, and of course the financial pressure as well. Now, when stress becomes chronic, when it lingers for days, weeks, or even months, it is going to disrupt the communication between the mind and body, and it's going to cause and have a negative impact on your mind and body. Now, this can really lead to a lot of issues, such as mental fatigue, even depression, and of course, physical problems too. Now, this is how you break the cycle of stress. So, again, in my profession and my years, one of the best ways and most effective ways to reduce stress is mindfulness and journaling or meditation. Now, mindfulness allows you to create a space between your reactions and your thoughts. It helps you to pause before making any kind of irrational decisions. It helps you to acknowledge that you've got the stress without letting it control your actions. So journaling is another powerful tool and practice that you can have. And again, these are techniques and practices that I highly recommend in many of the presentations. So even writing down your thoughts, not just in trading, but like on a personal level too, can help to offload that mental clutter. It can help to reduce stress. It can help you to come up with realizations, to feel better, to just offload that mental clutter. So highly recommend that if you're feeling stressed, really get a pen and paper and write down what's going on in your mind. Write down the biggest stresses, write down, steps or one step that you can take to help you. And of course, there's many techniques that will help you get out of a stress state, breath work and meditation too. Now, let's consider digital overload, social media. It's that barrier that becomes increasingly prevalent in today's world. The constant stream of information is overloading and can just feel overwhelming at times, and it can cause mental fatigue. This can be something that disconnects your mind-body. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of what you're feeding your mind, not just your body. It's really important. For me, on a personal note, I don't listen or watch the news, and I haven't done for many, many years. It's a personal choice, but it's a choice that has helped me to feel more at peace in my life, and it was a good decision. So I want you to just be mindful about what you're feeding your mind as well, because this can cause fatigue. If you're sort of reading the news and the fear and things like that, it can cause stress. So just be mindful of that. When you start reducing this digital overload, is what we'll call it, you give your mind space. You give your mind time to recover, to allow it to return to a clearer place. Now, be mindful about this as well. If you're going from like a practice of meditation, mindfulness, where you're feeling calm and relaxed, straight in to watching the news or social media, it's one extreme to the other. Gently guide yourself into maybe reading a couple of articles before you kind of just do a 180. Okay, so we're going to talk more about physical health and how neglect can really, again, disconnect the mind and body. So let's talk about physical health. More importantly, neglecting physical health. Now, the most successful traders that I know, they prioritize three things: their health, their well-being, and their psychology. So poor nutrition, lack of exercise, not good sleep is going to significantly impact your cognitive performance and your happiness. Now, our body needs the proper fuel to function at its best. And we spoke about this in the last presentation around good cognitive function. And we spoke briefly about nutrition. It's really important what we feed our mind and what we feed our body. Now, when we neglect our physical health, our mind struggles to stay sharp and focused. It can also cause things like low mood and even depression. So, how do you improve your physical health and in turn enhance your mind-body connection? Well, again, like speaking in the last presentation, sleep. It has to be a non-negotiable. The quality and quantity of your sleep has to come first and be priority. Again, a really good diet, and it's not about a diet, it's about what you feed your body. Think about what you're eating. Think about your meals. Is it making you feel good? Is it making you sluggish? Is your cognitive function at its best? And then again, it's going on to sort of physical exercise as well. So really being mindful about what you're feeding your body, sleep, what you're feeding your mind, and also your habits as well. What kind of habits do you have? Do you have healthy habits? Are there habits that you need to let go of? Just be mindful that this can really affect the mind-body connection. As we come to the end of our presentation today, remember, strengthening the connection between your mind and body is absolutely essential if you want to operate at your highest level. The mind and body are linked, and when one is out of sync, the other cannot perform to its fullest potential. Now, the mind-body connection is the key to your success, not just in trading, but in life as well. It's so good when we have a really good mind-body connection. I encourage you to take action on these strategies, no matter how small the changes seem. So I have a meditation video for you to listen to. It's a 10-minute meditation for traders. And please do not listen to this meditation whilst driving or operating machinery. It's best listened to with headphones And if you don't have time now, you can come back to it because it's at the end of this video right now. So you can simply just switch off and enjoy, and it will help you to incorporate a nice mind-body connection. So wishing you a very peaceful, calm, and successful week, and I will see you next time. Thank you.